Hey, this is Luke Simons with Salt Strong. I just wanted to give this quick tip on how to handle a big fish when you hook it on light tackle near structure. In this case, I was using just 10-pound line on a 2000 size spinning reel and hooked into a snook that was a little bit over 40 inches. And I had Otis on the boat too, which made it even more difficult. But the number one goal is just to get yourself away from the structure as fast as possible. So there, I just hooked up. I realized that it was a big fish pretty soon. Right there, and so I quickly got the trolling motor, turned it to the side, and I just got it as fast as it can go. And so I started going away from the oyster bar. Fortunately, the snook was going, kind of going out in the open water at first, but then it turned, and it'll turn here in a second. And thankfully, I had already got myself a pretty good distance away from those oysters. That when it made its run, and it pulled out a lot of line, it still wasn't quite able to get up the oyster bar. So that is literally what saved me from losing this fish. And I made this mistake for many years where I would always just fight it from wherever I was, and then it's just so important to actively get yourself away from the structure, because you never know when that fish is going to make a run. If you're in a kayak, it's a little bit more difficult. It's obviously easier in a boat. You can just get the trolling motor and start going away. So right now that snook was just peeling line out toward the structure, and fortunately it was just not able to get out far enough. Another very important tip is with drag. Set it at about 20 to 30% of your weakest line strength. Very important. And then also when it's making a run, do not tighten the drag. It'll be tempting, just make sure not to do it, because the drag is technically getting tighter as the line is getting ripped out. And if you have a dog on board, very, very smart to leash him up. I made that mistake. When fighting a cobia, Otis got in the water and ended up nicking the line and lost the fish. I'm still bummed about that one. So yeah, basically I get him on the leash and then I tie him down once the snook was finally tired enough. And then once Otis was under control in the back of the boat, I was able to land the snook, and it was just such a fun catch. This was a nice snook. My measuring stick is only 36 inches, and this thing went a good 4 to 5 inches over. So solid fish, a lot of fun. And the best part is that it hit when we were testing out one of our new lures. We have the Slam Shady paddle tails. So day one was definitely a success, but just wanted to, again, share the importance of, as soon as you realize you have a big fish and you're using light line, to pull yourself away from the structure as fast as you can, ideally. And if you can't do that, if you're in a kayak and you just don't have the ability to move without dropping the rod, then at least try to anchor yourself down and make sure that the fish doesn't get you into the structure. If you don't have a way to quickly lock yourself into place while in a kayak, and now's the time to get ready, because you never know when that big one's going to strike. So those stick anchors, there's a lot of different brands that make them. It's basically a stick, and you stick it down to the ground, and it'll hold you right into place. Works very, very well, and it's easy to use even with one hand. Otherwise, thank you so much for your time and watching this video. Hope to see you again soon.